Hey, Cap. Looks like they finally sent someone to clean up Helen's mess. At least I hope that's what he's here for.
Oh. Hello, sir.
Oh, sweet gibbering law. Where'd you
Well,
come from?
Jesus Christ, that's even more unsettling than the thing that Martin Callahan wears.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's not what it looks like.
Who are you? Pretty sure it looks like Rizzo's mascot's in my room going through my things.
Looks can be deceiving, friend. For example, what looks like misappropriation may, in fact, be a misunderstanding. I seem to have wandered into the wrong premises. I have mistaken this penthouse for the Rizzo's Rangers locker room on account of my headgear cutting off my peripheral vision.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ellie, rough him up a bit.
Really? Great. I think I even have my spare scalpel with me. The rusty one I never clean, not the good one.
Wow. Looks like you've got some mascots of your own, except they're heavily armed. I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Bertie, the Holmeister, the Hack Attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Bertie sent me to retrieve a message. Something he recorded for Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter.
Oh, man. You're out of luck. I found it already. It's pretty incriminating.
You found the recording? Oh, well, that's just sweeter than a fistful of purple berry punch. Oh, law, Bertie's gonna slaughter me like a woolly cow. Will you meet me later, over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom of my employment contract, I will tell you everything I know about Ms. Bellamy's demise.
Tell what you know, or they'll have to rinse your remains out of that mascot outfit.
What? But I can't? Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I can't. Not here. I'm sorry. The Pilot House complex. Meet me there, and I'll tell you everything, I swear.
Not every dialogue option leads to success, it seems, but that's fine. So anyway, this is the Spectrum Gatling, our newest science weapon, one of the two science weapons that we could get on Murder on Erandios. I've heard some things with this one, but you know what? Since we're back in the penthouse, let's upgrade it. Since, right, we can only tinker... We can only tinker 5 levels ahead of our maximum level, which means that this is the level. This is the maximum damage that all of our science weapons are going to be doing for the rest of the game. Okay, then. Oh, guess we can repair too. Yeah. Sure.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began with
the guy who probably murdered
save most of the hive. The waspitos are
Bellamy also murdered a bunch of scientists who probably knew him personally. And more than a few lives. That doesn't bother you?
The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers understand the hazards. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
The plot thickens, Administrator.
You have my attention.
Dr. Blossom is dead. murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector. As if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
She was in trouble when I found her. The other workers had turned violent.
Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin.
All I know is she recognized the killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention.
Someone stole data from one of your terminals in research and development.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
Perception and hack. Interesting. You can't steal information data without an expensive cartridge. Our thief had resources. That's actually a really good observation to make that requires this level of dedication to your character build.
A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives us a little information to work with.
This happened just before Wapski attack. Someone's trying to stop me.
Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything?
Well, that just makes you kind of sad, to be honest.
This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow. My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction, not mine. I leave it in your hands. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy by now.
Why is there a suspicious-looking mascot in my room?
Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your room? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke?
There was a Rizzo's mascot poking around my room. I'd like to know why.
I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. The Grand Colonial doesn't offer that kind of room service, I think.
He has some pretty interesting things to say about Black Hole Bertie.
Such as?
Bertie convinced him to break in my room.
I most certainly did not. My policy toward Eridanos is one of, shall we say, benign negligence. I keep my distance and don't involve myself unless necessary. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mascot meant no harm.
I'll take your word for it.
Was there anything else?
Man, okay. So those are all main quests, not side quests. This is gonna be pretty interesting to explore. I like the look of this place. Rizzo's the home planet of the Rizzo's Corporation being on this bright, colorful, rainbow Skittles-esque looking location is really nice and appropriate. It's just a really silly titty show. Like, there's actually literally no reason to get it. Alright, a place I haven't been to yet. Okay, so, why is a rupturing host here? Well, I'll take care of you with my new gun. So, if my eyes are not misleading me, I saw multiple weapon damage types being fired from this thing. Which means that the Spectrum Gatling is pretty much the rifle version of the prismatic great hammer. I mean, prismatic hammer, which is pretty awesome if it's true. But
oh, look here! I could use a new pair of glasses.
That's interesting. I'm not here to help you with that, though. I finally have a use of all this long hammer ammo. But it needs time to rev up. So that's what you aim down sights for. Interesting. And remember, since I have 150 science... Oh! Since this does every weapon damage type, I get bonus damage on plasma and shock. And if I had 150 long guns, non-critical hits ignore 150% armor. Like, if I had master long guns and combined with this thing, it would be incredibly ridiculous. Incredibly ridiculous.
You're sure he's not in the museum?
Grenade launcher 3. Revolver. Laser rifle. Carbine ultra. Riot control. Standard trooper. Ordnance control. Hey, another fun time barrel. Sweet. Alright, cool.
We're all part of the Rizzo's family.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious residue detected.
High concentration of ethanol. Ethanol. Someone's brewing moonshine with antiseptics.
Excellent deduction, Inspector. Imbibing of unauthorized beverages is strictly prohibited under Rizzo's company law. Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly
Is this the
states
dude we
that
were
all
supposed to meet
proprietary
for that
mascots must
meeting
exhibit
about
signs of physical
the
life.
tossball player who lost his mind? Puncture wound near his collarbone. No exit wound.
Excellent observation, Inspector.
Oh
It
god,
is
he
a
had a
possible cause of
parasite
death.
too. Jesus.
Medical analysis complete. This mascot was likely killed by small arms fire at close range.
The firearm is unique and does not exist in this unit's database.
Smallest caliber ammunition I've ever seen. These are small wounds.
Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Closest approximations are 1. Incident involving a game of darts. 2. The Needler.
The Needler.
The Needler. Bespoke handgun carried and wielded by Halcyon Helen.
Okay, so what we're being told now is that the murderer of Helen's murderer is also carrying her weapon with her. Do you think he missed his outfit?
This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also incapable of answering rhetorical questions.
Interesting. I'll take his things. It's potential evidence, yeah. Alright. Yes, now I am a Rizzo's man. I don't gotta worry too much with the armor. Even on this difficulty, I can just stay out of combat. I have half mind to put Felix in this, but 10 inspiration is also something to really consider regardless. Alright, it's going.
Nice. Wonder what they use this thing for. Wonder what they use this thing for.
Telescopes, 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 telescopes. $70 hack is a fair reason to not expect anyone to crack it, but I'm not just anyone. Celebrity sightings, Spencer Woolrick, Helen Spectrum on the Terrace, Rangers for tussling, Station Bingo, Outfits, someone following Exxon, Tristan Greenhouse, H Pro Slams, Rapidon Primal Hotel. Alright. Interesting stuff. Well, looks like, Black Hole Bertie must have knocked off his dude.
It sounds like from how you were explaining it, it was almost as if the request itself got stuck and it couldn't be, it was just something that you missed last time. Hard to
Alright, Bernie. We've got some words. We need to have a discussion. Prompto.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access, and... welcome to the Piraeus Spaceport.
Trouble incoming, Captain. Can we do that again?
Drop the body.
What in the world just happened? Christ. Like his King Dewey thing. And his King Dewey thing is not bad. I love King Dewey. Bad. Because I don't hate King Dewey. God damn you, Ian. God damn it. I had the sneaking suspicion you're the reason I got attacked there, King Cannon. So if you are, well, I hope you like the rainbow, because you're gonna get a huge taste of it.
Hey,
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Slug Light Underground don't like that much.
what's slug light? You think he means slug or sublight? You think he knows?
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector.
I'm guessing he
You're
doesn't
meddling in their affairs.
know the difference,
Our
or
affairs,
maybe
I
he's just a part of both
Whip.
groups,
Draw, you
and
damn
he just
red
kind
lung, draw!
of. I love it when people attack, threaten me. No, I'm acting self-defense.
Oh, good. A fight.
I even shoot full power M-ray damage. N-ray damage. Gotta drive anyone with a ray gun. Empty pocket. There's an inspector looking for the murder of Halcyon Helen. My client wants you to cross them off. Don't worry about subtlety. In fact, that we saw just there that once you agree to the job, you visit rearmost by a bunk. Party for you 5 fully beneath the mattress. After that, feel free to cause a ruckus. 40,000 bits. So you people were paid handsomely. Very handsomely. Deputy wine taster. Yeah, oh well.
Does Sublight Underground run this place? Looks a lot cleaner than the Groundbreaker.
You got an appointment? Appointment?
I need to Cedric.
Yeah, that's why you're here. Appointment? No appointment?
No, but I'd like to talk to
Mr.
King.
Kincannon.
Are you serious? What about right now?
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
I could win a good word for Cedric, but as a very helpful secretary.
Wouldn't mind a new bolter pistol. I've fired mine so many times the tips nearly fell off. Let's give Mr. Kincannon a ring. Mr. Kincannon, got a person of interest here to see you. Think they've got business.
That sounds like our inspector. Please, send him up.
I wonder if all these cargo containers are stored here for any legitimate reason. Or just to give Sublight more opportunities for larceny.
What do you want? Boss, it's Bertie Holcomb. Black Hole Bertie. The Holmeister? The Hack Attack.
I guess it's like being your favorite professional wrestler, huh, Felix? Do you have any Tossle posters your face is on?
That's what the disguise is for. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
Your best disguise is a sprat in a wig.
Well, they ain't talking to me, at least. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone, and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
There are many types of intelligence, Mr. Holcomb. For example, your expertise on the field. Your hack attack is nothing short of brilliant.
I'm pretty sure Max is being, what's the word? Condescending? Bertie's plenty sharp. You can see it in the way he plays.
Alright, well, I wanted to hear this. I don't care how smart he is. What I care about is the man's alibi.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers. You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
Preserved? Oh, right. Yeah, he was drunk.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Probably a good call.
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow? There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, stolen her.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Isn't that convenient?
Yeah, it was. Because that's when I saw the weather station, which reminded me that Helen had asked me to get a data pad she'd stashed there for safekeeping.
Yeah. Helen dumped you and asked you for a favor.
Nah, she sent a note to my hotel room before we, split. I don't know how long it was sitting there before I noticed.
You thought doing your favor would smooth things over.
Needed something done, and I could do it. Simple as that, okay? I found the data pad at the weather station, like Helen said, but then a guard found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was. I wasn't keen on conversing, okay? I was drunk, holding someone else's data pad. And also, maybe I was crying a little, so I booked it. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Your story is still full of holes, buddy. Sorry.
I've been telling you everything I remember. All that's left is the part where I ran from the pilot house straight to my friend's... to my... fridge-rator.
I would have to be dead and not realize it's a lie. But having witness only benefits you unless you're so...
I don't. All we did was talk, I swear. It's just... I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Okay, Felix, you're a bad inspector, just like in the serials.
You want me to intimidate the hack attack? To disrespect the Holmeister? Boss, I'm a ranger for life.
I can see it'll be a problem for you.
I can't believe I'm doing this. You want me to be the bad inspector? I'll be the bad inspector. But if I end up rattling Bertie and we lose the pennant match, that's on you.
I've never seen Felix this assertive, Bertie. You might want to start talking.
That's assertive? Are you... Is there some other Felix you're talking about?
Alright, that's enough. I'm doing the talking here, Bertie. Sir. So, don't look at the boss. Look at me. Oh, hell. He's actually looking at me.
So stare him down. What are you waiting for?
Yep, got it. Stare him down. Alright. Here goes. Who did you talk to, Bertie? I want names. And don't you lie to me, or so help me law, I'm gonna...
You're gonna... what? You kinda trailed off there.
I'm gonna... lose a lot of faith in you. I looked up to you. And now you're on the run, and they're saying you murdered Halcyon Helen?
I would never hurt Helen. I didn't. And I'm not on the run. Ah, jeez, kid. Don't say that. Please don't say that.
I used to have your poster up on my wall. I wanted to be just like you. Now you're hiding out in a bar because you might have murdered Halcyon Helen, but you can't be sure because you were too drunk to remember? How could you do this to your fans, Bertie?
Oh, hey.
I always wanted to meet you. Now I kind of wish I never did.
Law, kid. You know what? You're right. I'm letting you down. I'm letting all my fans down. And that's not right. Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric,
that was a trophy?
hangs out around the spaceport.
Mutt and Jeff?
He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Your bookie, murderous confidant, secret paramour with whom you're having a torrid affair?
Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean?
You've taken a lot of blows to the head playing tossball, huh?
Not sure how that's related. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Isn't that a beer you're drinking?
Oh, I mean the hard stuff. Beer doesn't count. Anyway, you ought to take Helen's data pad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
You know what? I'm gonna take a look at them. It's clear that the blackout, he doesn't know anything after the blackout, so.
Okay. And listen, I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
I can't let a suspect be part of the investigation.
I get it. I'll head back to the Grand Cologne.
Even I, a humble space adventurer, know that much.
Anything else?
Housing people like cargo. Just another resource to be exploited.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, pal. Over here. Hey there.
So, yeah, everyone who's played this game long enough will eventually notice that the hair options are a little bit limited. It's a real Dragon Age Origins problem where characters basically look like slight palette swaps to each other. Uh-huh. What are you selling?
The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
That sounds medically inaccurate.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
Let me ask you about what kind of alternatives do you sell?
What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. Yeah. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe. Calcium, vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence, best kept secret in the business. And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they can tame the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody. Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
I'm a freelance inspector brought in to investigate the death of Halcyon Helen.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not even in trouble, just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Bertie. So what?
Was Bertie with you the night House in Hell was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that.
That's
Bertie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Harry taught Bertie some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Bertie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
Oh wait. I was also here to talk to this dude up here.
Why, if it isn't the inspector, I was hoping you'd swing by.
Here for my alibi, I assume.
Later, first one excuse for that nonsense outside.
Another murder? Drunk raptidons? Black hole Bertie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
I ran some slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
How did their hands get on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few.
Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
Clearly his mind just wants to be against slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
Gosh, if I was really the administrator, how dumb do you think I am?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult your intelligence. I'm used to working with Lou, you see? I hope you won't hold it against me.
So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector.
With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
Where I find Nasser?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
You're garbage. You're a garbage person.
Watch your tongue, Inspector. I'd hate for one of my people to overhear you insulting me and decide to cut it out of you. I digress. The point is, I've admitted to being elsewhere the night of Helen's murder. Besides, I have no motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
So her death is a net loss for Slug.
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I have a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
I take it that you tortured was the source of missing cargo then.
Oh, Elliot stole from me, all right. Alas, you're right in that his was a singular isolated incident, and as such, does not resolve a concerning broader trend. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
Your inability to lock down your cargo is really not my issue.
Of course it is. That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
Dumb luck's done a lot for me. I guess I can't guarantee the theft isn't related to the murder.
I certainly wouldn't take that bet. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I'll say this once. Whoever's on this is going to jail. Not to you.
You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? But certainly, whatever you say. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse.
Before this DLC is over, I am going to gun you down, Kincannon. I'm going to gun you down, and then I'm going to gun down literally every slug dude you have working for you.
And I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
Do you play board games by yourself, dude? What? Oh, Jesus Christ. Chinese checkers. And that looks like chutes and ladders. Chutes and ladders and Chinese checkers. Don't we like to pretend we're sophisticated? Well, lad. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get down later, but right now we got another thing to do.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Where's it transmitting to?
Transmission receiver location unclear. Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location. Ominous threat.
We're coming. Doing this. I'm coming to you.
While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long?
Inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface. 98.3% of the dust particles are less than 500 micrometers in diameter.
If most of the dust isn't even visible to you and I, this device can't have been here long.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once we've solved the case.
timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered.
Who put it there?
Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device.
Ken is a good character, though.
We've got a fight on our hands.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. So that was completely for nothing. Jesus Christ.